Alright, what is going on, guys? Baller TV back, and today we are back on Madden 21 taking on a Los Angeles Chargers rebuild. So if you didn't see today in the headlines, Justin Herbert got named the starter for the rest of the season, which means Tyrod Taylor has been benched for a rookie quarterback for the third time in his career. I feel terrible for the poor guy.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
But Herbert's a starter. I mean, he's very well deserving of it. I mean, Tyrod didn't want to puncture his own lung, but stuff happens, I guess, and Herbert's got the job now. So Herbert went toe for toe with the GOAT Tom Brady last week. Man, he's been balling, and he really inspired me to do this rebuild. So looking at the team, I actually really like where this Chargers team's at. They have their franchise quarterback, it looks like. Eckler in the backfield will definitely work for at least this season. Keenan Allen and Mike Williams is a good place to start with our top two wide receivers. The offensive line needs a bit of work on the left side especially, but it doesn't look too bad. Hunter Henry is very good when healthy. And then defensively, we have two pretty good safeties with Derwin James and Desmond King. And then as far as corners go, we are a little bit old with Hayward and Harris, but they're both talented. Our defensive line is very talented, and Kenneth Murray definitely helps this linebacker group a lot. So, like I just said, guys, a lot to like about this team. We're already in week 5, but I'm going to go ahead and hop into this first season. I'm not sure if I'm making any trades or not right now. If I do, you'll see them, but if not, I will see you at the end of year number 1. All right, well, Tyrod played 2 games for the Chargers this season, I believe. And just like that, the Tyrod Taylor era is over.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes.
Sorry, man, not your fault at all, but you're on a big contract, and Herbert's the guy. So a first round pick here can't hurt. All right, guys, in year 1, we finished 9-7. That would be good for the playoffs in most divisions, but the AFC West was tough this year. 2 teams finished 10-6, and we just beat each other up all season long. We really played pretty well for the most part. So Herbert missed the first, 2 or 3 games due to Tyrod Taylor being the starter, but he really played really well. I'm super excited for his future in this offense as he progresses. Eckler played pretty well also. I'm not sure what my plan is at running back, though I might look to improve. Keenan Allen was the best receiver in football. I believe he led in both yards and touchdowns, and he was top 3 in receptions. He dominated. I am so glad he's on my team, not on somebody else's. Hunter Henry also played very well. Deshaun Jackson, I signed him. He played good, and then Mike Williams kind of sucked, so that's not promising. Defensively, I believe Joey Bosa, yeah, he was really good. Melvin Ingram was good as well, but I might not re-sign him. I might go for somebody better or somebody younger. He's just 32 and wants a big contract. We could definitely put money somewhere else that'll be a little bit more beneficial. And then intercepting the ball, we really kind of lack that playmaker. Derwin James is a beast, but we need a free safety to ball hawk. And Desmond King, I signed him in one of my videos. If you guys have seen it, you know. He just doesn't get it done, man. He gave up 35 catches. He only had 4 pass deflections. And then 0 picks. He just does not get it done. So that being said, guys, this team is definitely on the right track to be a contender by year 2 or 3. But we have some moves to make. So I'm going to hop in the offseason. I'll see you guys there. Just figured I'd show you guys this. Herbert beats Burrow for Rookie of the Year. That should be great for his development. Hopefully that can be clutch down the stretch. Alright, guys, here's who I'm trying to sign in the first free agency period. Everyone that I signed the multiple year deals, I see having a future on this team, but all of the 1-year deals, I just see as stopgaps for this season. So Marcus Williams, pairing him up with Derwin James sounds amazing to me. I think it could be a great duo as long as he doesn't give up any passes to Stephon Diggs for a game-winning touchdown like that Vikings game. We need a left tackle desperately. Herbert took a lot of sacks last year because we didn't have one, so signed Villanueva, hopefully. Gus Edwards, we need a power back. John Ross, we need a 3rd receiver. Conley for depth at corner. Needed a kicker, needed a punter, a backup middle linebacker to help Kenneth Murray out. Jesse James back up to Hunter Henry, and then we need the fullback. So hopefully all of these signings can help us take this team to the next level. We should have at least 2 first-round draft picks, and I think a 2nd and a 3rd. So hitting those draft picks, this team could be solid for year number 2. All right, I know this isn't the fun pick, but we need a center more than any other position on this team. And there's an early first-round talent at center here. Creed Humphrey, no question, welcome to the team. Right here, I'm adding Jalen Waddle. I want to give Herbert as many weapons as possible. And past our top 3 receivers, we have no depth at all. He could end up being the second starter on this team if Mike Williams doesn't progress. We just need more weapons. Here's the team for the start of the second season. So after drafting Humphrey and Waddle, or I don't know how you say his last name, I'm assuming it's Waddle, I took this left tackle. I traded Villanueva for the 31st pick to take him because Villanueva probably was going to either retire or regress horrendously after this season. So I figured might as well get a long-term option there. And then defensively, I also took Chaz Surratt. I moved him to right outside linebacker. He's a middle traditionally because he's a pass cover. And I think that he is going to be a huge part of this defense this year. Looking at the team, I think it's going to be pretty solid. We have a lot more youth now. It'll be interesting to see if Herbert and Keenan Allen can keep up that connection. That would be great. And then defensively, I'm a bit worried about stopping the run. But if we can do that, this team has what it takes to be very, very solid in year number 2. So I'm going to start simming, guys. Any big trades, obviously you'll see. But if not, I will see you at the end of the second season. Well, guys, another 9-7 season, another playoff missed. I'm confused. This team, I thought, 85 overall, 85 offense, 87 defense. We were 7-2 at one point. Keep that in mind. We were 7-2. Then we dropped, I think we dropped 5. Yeah, we dropped 5 straight games. Then we won our last 2. So I don't know, man. I'm not really sure what to do with this team. Herbert, he progressed. He played pretty well this year. That's what I thought. Rushing the ball, Eckler, I mean, he left a bit to be desired. I could ask for more from my running back considering how good the passing game was. Keenan Allen again is just dominating. Hunter Henry played well again. Mike Williams definitely improved this season. And then I split the season with Ross and Waddle. I'm not really sure what the move is going forward with those two. Then defensively, I think this is where we really regressed this year. For whatever reason, Joey Bosa had 2.5 sacks. He had like 15 last year. I have no idea what happened. The defense is basically the exact same. I did not change the scheme at all. I did not change his position at all. And he regressed by 12.5 sacks. So, yeah, I'm a little confused there. But, I don't know. I'm not sure what to do, guys. I'm going to hop in the offseason. Hopefully, I'll figure it out in about 5 seconds. Because if I don't, this team's in trouble. All right, guys. Here's my plan. So, looking at the team, we're pretty solid almost everywhere. We need some corners, so I went after maybe the best corner in football behind Stephon Gilmore, Jared Alexander, absolute beast of a corner. We need to improve the pass rush, right? Our sacks were horrendous last year. So why not get Von Miller? Put him opposite of Joey Bosa, and those two are going to have 10+ sacks each. And then Chris Harris had 5 picks for us last year, so I figured having him and Jared in the same secondary could really work out for us. Now, I know that we still have a lot of holes to fill as far as cornerback depth, wide receiver depth, middle linebacker depth, and another defensive tackle. But guess what, guys? That's what our draft picks were for. So if we can hit in our draft picks, this team may damn well be the best team I have built yet for year number 3. Just like that, we have another first-round pick in this draft. These picks are going to be huge. I think I know who I'm going to go after with most of them. Guys, our team might be absolutely stacked next season. All right, first up, we need a third corner. Stingley is literally so good at football. So good at football. This is going to be a huge boost to our defense. After we took Stingley, here's what we did. We took this defensive tackle. We needed one, obviously. We only had one good one. I needed another middle linebacker behind Kenneth Murray, so snagged Christian Harris. I needed a 4th wide receiver and needed another cornerback. Really, guys, this draft is more about depth than anything, but being able to get Stingley, who is the second best player in this draft, is just, it's amazing. And this defensive tackle was 5th in true talent as well, so we absolutely killed this draft. All right, guys, here's the starting lineup for the start of the 3rd and final season. So, looking at the offense and then the defense, I love the starting groups for both sides of the ball. But looking at depth, my God, this team has the worst depth of any team I think I've ever seen in my life. We don't have a second tight end. We don't have a 3rd receiver. And then on defense, we don't have a 4th cornerback. We don't have a 3rd defensive tackle. I mean, it's going to be a tough year as far as depth goes, but if our starting lineup can stay fresh, I mean, we're going to say healthy, injuries are off, this team could be lethal. So I'm going to hop into this third season, guys. I might like to swing a big trade for like another receiver or something. I'm not sure. If I do, you'll see it, but if not, I will see you at the end of the third and final season, or hopefully we're in the playoffs this year, man. Hopefully we don't go 9-7, and hopefully we can contend. Alright guys, we finally break through. We don't finish 9-7 in year 3. We finished 12-4, which is good enough to win the division, barely. We have the tiebreaker over the Chiefs, thank God, because we need the bye week, man. I'm glad we got it. Looking at the stats here, Herbert again played pretty well, but he never really took the next leap that I was hoping for him to. But for 3 years through, he's playing pretty solid. Eckler played great this year. Gus Edwards also added a lot of touchdowns in the goal line scenarios as our power back. I'm sure Keenan Allen again put up amazing numbers. Waddle put up really solid numbers this year. Hunter Henry had more touchdowns, and even Joe Reed contributed as our third receiver. Defensively, I'm hoping these stats are good, man. I really am. Okay, yep, that is what I like to see. So Von Miller with 14.5 sacks. Our rookie defensive tackle, Chris Hinton, was at 11.5. Joey Bosa only had 8, but I mean, these two kind of dominated. And even Chaz Surratt had 5 sacks. That's really solid to see. Interception numbers look great. Jair Alexander proved he was worthy of that big contract. Stingley played very well. Murray played well, and then we added interceptions with other people as well. Alright, in the divisional, we're taking on Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. Now, we know this team is good, but I am terrified if they still have... Oh, thank God. They do not have Trace McSorley anymore. That was scary. I am so glad he's off the roster. That would have lost us the series. Without Trace McSorley, looking at this team, I think we can beat them. I think we can beat them. They're solid. Don't get me wrong, they're very solid, but they're missing their superstar, man. Their star quarterback, Trace McSorley. He's their guy. So, on the real note, this is a good team. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Come on, man. Give me a dub. We get a dub. Let's go. 21-10. And we're taking on... we're taking on the Chiefs in the conference championship. Alright, this Chiefs team was probably the team I wanted to see the least in the playoffs. Their roster is complete, man, with these three playmaking on offense, and then you look at their defense, Chris Jones leading the way, Honey Badger in that secondary. I mean, this is a solid team, a really solid team, and I'm really nervous for this game. I don't know if we have what it takes to beat these guys. I'm just going to sim it. Come on, man, give me a dub. Give me a dub. Oh. Wow. 49-28. We got smoked. Alright, if you're here to see Justin Herbert's stats, here are his 3-year stats. He actually threw less yards this season than he did in the season. He didn't even play in all the games. I'd say year 2 is the best for him, but overall we needed a bit more from him. Thank you guys so much for watching. This team was really, honestly, I thought very solid. We were, an 88 overall, I believe it just said. Let's see here. Yeah, 88 overall, 87 offense, 91 defense. I feel like this team was worthy of a Super Bowl appearance at the least. Offensive line, super solid. Tight end, Hunter Henry is a beast. 2 great receivers, a good quarterback, a good running back. Then defensively, man, our pass rush was unmatched in the NFL. There's nobody who had one better. 3 corners deep, we were amazing. Safeties were super solid, and linebackers were great too. This team is definitely set up for success in the future, to say the least. But, oh well, we didn't get where we wanted to go, but we got pretty close. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, please subscribe. We are 5 subs away while I'm recording this. It could be less when you guys see it. We are 5 subs away from 200. I got to 100 about in late December of 2019, so getting 100 extra in about 10 months is just insane to me. Thank you guys so much for the support, and yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Next rebuild coming up, I'm not sure, it might be the Panthers, but we've got some more videos coming out next couple of weeks, so make sure to check them out, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.